What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya states that Anthony Joshua won't change anything. It will be the same outcome. He believes Andy Ruiz has his number. He thinks Andy Ruiz has the better chin. And for Anthony Joshua, he's been fighting the same. He says, coming from a fighter, he's been fighting the same way for the longest. And he thinks that Andy Ruiz beats him because he has his number, because of the style. He also said that Anthony Joshua has more distractions. Andy Ruiz has less distractions. And he also said you never know, because he does have that big punch, and this is the heavyweight division, so one punch, as we all know, can change everything. Now, let me counterpunch what Oscar De La Hoya had to say. First off, there is some truth to what he said. He said that Ruiz has the better chin. I agree. I think Ruiz can take a better punch than Joshua in certain areas of his head. Some people can take punches high on the head versus the chin. Some people can take punches to the chin, but not high on the head. I think Joshua, in his case, he has a nice, big, sturdy neck, tree trunk neck, right? Muscular. I think he can take jaw punches more than the punch that he took from Ruiz. It's just with Ruiz's height, to where the punch landed, it was perfectly when he throws it. It hits that area of his head. It hit that area of his head, right? We know that's a kryptonite area for a lot of people. We just explained. Now, as far as changing anything, he won't change everything. There may be some truth to that, because Joshua just said, hey, I just need to tweak a little this, a little that. But drastic changes, we didn't get any idea from Joshua's camp that he was going to make drastic changes. He just says he needs to change certain things. So if you're tweaking, you're not necessarily changing. You're just more like adjusting, So if that helps him, fine. The question you ask yourself is, what would have happened if Anthony Joshua wouldn't have got hit with that left? What type of fight would have been, right? Distractions. De La Hoya said that Anthony Joshua has more distractions than Andy Ruiz. I feel, this is what I feel, and I want people to listen to me very carefully. Anthony Joshua has more responsibilities. Responsibilities outside the ring can be distractions. I thought that was one of the key indicators in the loss of Joshua, trying to deal with all these different responsibilities, okay? But Ruiz being less distracted at this point of his career, things have happened and fell in line of stardom and success that he's never experienced before. So for that reason, I would disagree with De La Hoya, because Andy Ruiz now has more distractions than he ever had. He has more people coming his way, more people kissing ass, more people that jumped on the bandwagon that wasn't there before. More of everything for Andy Ruiz. More money, more problems, right? So I doubt that it's less distractions for Ruiz. Even though Anthony Joshua has many responsibilities, he is more accustomed to dealing with those responsibilities that he's accustomed to having, especially dealing with a fighter, versus Andy, this is all new to him. See, so all this is experimental. So what De La Hoya said is flawed, simply because he's not factoring in the fact that Ruiz has never been here before. So everything Ruiz, the parades, the talk shows, the new houses, the bling bling, the parties, the birthday parties, the other parties, the other parties, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot to deal with, That is a lot to deal with, especially if you've never been there. So the question is, who really has more distractions? Ruiz, right? Less responsibilities, but more distractions than he's accustomed to. So as far as Ruiz, he has to relax. It just depends on what type of Ruiz will come into that ring. Is he, where is his mindset really? Is his mindset truly on winning? Or his mindset is like, hey, I did it before, I'll do it again? Or is his mindset on, okay, hey, I've made money and I'm going to make another big check and then I can cash out on this other big check if I lose, so I'm really not worried about winning? That's a lot of questions you ask yourself about Ruiz in that fight. Or is it like he said, I'll die before I let people take money out of my kids or food out of my kids' mouth and money out of my pocket? So there's a lot of things we need to factor in with Ruiz and Joshua. But I want to make a mental note on something that De La Hoya said about Anthony Joshua. I do agree with him. I think Joshua really won't change a lot. Right? For one, he doesn't have time, like sacking McCracken and getting somebody else. He doesn't have enough time to adjust to a new trainer anyway. It's not enough time for that. Going up against the champion. Okay. Now, saying that he won't change, he's been fighting this way for the longest. That's funny that De La Hoya would say that. And I'm going to tell you why. De La Hoya fought the same way from 1996, 97 through maybe 2002. He got with the Mayweathers, right? By the second fight, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. He fought nothing like he did in 2000 when he first fought Sugar Shane Mosley. He changed his style up completely. So for someone that's saying, coming from a fighter, I don't think he can change, De La Hoya changed his whole fighting style around. People forget that. He went from this low crouching, aggressive boxer puncher to this slick, shoulder roll style fighter that Mayweather trained him to be from that point on. And that's the style that he, used in 3 or 4 fights. So I don't see how he can say, well, coming from him or coming from a fighter, that you can't change your style. You've been fighting all this time. De La Hoya was classic for fighting a certain way, right? Then he changed it completely when he got with Floyd Mayweather Sr. But anyway, that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think. I'll leave the link below to let you guys check out that interview. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.